Dear Dad, I'm not really sure why I'm writing this. I've written you before, and you didn't respond then either. I know you're not going to write back. You never really were one for writing letters. I haven't seen you in a while, but I still think of you all the time. Mom says I should leave what's in the past, but for some reason I just can't. I miss you, Dad. I wish you'd come back. It's been 10 years today since you left me and Mom. I was only 8, but I remember it pretty vividly. I tried holding it in while you were saying goodbye. Whenever I started crying, you always told me that a strong man never sheds tears. When you left, I didn't shed a single tear, but once you were gone, I couldn't help it anymore. Mom cried all the time. Sometimes I'd sit outside her bedroom and just contemplate whether or not I'd do any good going in. At first, I'd go in all the time, but after a while, I just gave up. I remember when everything was still good. You taught me how to play ball, and even after being outside for hours, I'd beg you for 10 more minutes. Of course, you'd always give in. I wanted to be just like you in every way possible. You were my inspiration, and in my eyes, you could do no wrong. Even when you left, I still saw no wrong. It took me years to realize how angry I was. Do you remember being happy with us, Dad? Do you remember going to the park? Do you remember loving Mom? Do you remember loving me? It wasn't easy growing up without a dad. Don't get me wrong, after Mom started to move on, she did everything a single mother could possibly do for her son. But when I scored my first touchdown or went on my first date, I wanted to share that with my dad. But you weren't there. Don't get me wrong, Dad. I know it's not your fault. I don't blame you for being drafted. I don't blame you for never being able to come back and kiss your wife or play ball with your son. I don't blame the country for needing a hero. But I do blame myself for never writing when I could. I blame myself for sometimes feeling angry at the world for taking away my father. Even though you're not around, I know you're a hero. I know you're looking down on me and Mom and keeping us safe. I miss you, Dad. I hope this letter finds you somehow. Love, John.